Hey y'all, welcome back to this week's episode of the Girl Talk Podcast. My name is Charlie Ann, and today we have a very special guest. You may know her from Bama Rush. You may know her from her amazing positive videos on TikTok. Please welcome Jamie!
It's my first ever podcast, and I'm so excited to be here.
So, who are you?
So, I'm Jamie. I'm 23. I'm from Alexander City, Alabama. Shout out small town. Little too close to the Cal College, but you know, it's alright. Roll Tide. I came here in the fall of 21. I never looked back. This was my dream school. Now I get to work for it as an academic advisor. Thank you, Jesus. And yeah, that's just a little bit about me. Me and you have gone several years now.
Yeah. So, speaking of several years, how do we meet?
So we met at Church of the Highlands. It was actually our one college night. PC was there, and if you're part of the Highlands family, you know when PC shows up, it's like a campus celebrity.
Oh yeah,
and it was our food truck night, which, say what you want to, the Highlands takes care of its community. And I saw you in line at the food truck, and I'm not tooting your horn because I'm on your podcast. My spirit picked up on yours, and I could just see the Jesus glow. And she'll tell you a little bit about it, but yeah, my spirit connected.
Yeah, so I was standing in line with another friend, even though it was way too long of a line, and she comes up and is like, she's behind us in line and goes, hey, like, can you possibly save my spot in line? I want to go, like, talk to PC. I was like, yeah, sure. Didn't know who this girl was, never met her in my life, but now, almost 2 years later,
yeah,
and we're still friends. So,
yes.
We've had some fun times together. So, what are 3 words that your friends would use to describe you?
That I'm very positive. That's something I take pride in. That I am a believer. My faith is my foundation. And also, I'm very encouraging. I could encourage a snail to go faster. I mean, if you're around me, I want to pour into you. So, I think those are 3 good words.
Alright, let's get more into getting to know you. What's your coffee order?
Coffee order, so we're going to do a caramel latte with a sprinkle of vanilla.
Ooh, okay. You go morning person or a night owl?
Definitely a morning person.
Night owl.
Listen, I am the 10 p.m. It's time to go to bed grandma.
So what's your favorite way to spend a Saturday?
So there's 2 types of Saturdays in Tuscaloosa.
Yes, there is.
The number one favorite way, you get up, you go to the quad, you walk around the tailgates. You have to have your game day dress on, which Chic Soul's given me a lot of those. Then you go to the Walk of Champions, you see the team come in, and then you spend 3 hours of the best time of your life cheering on our football team. But if we're not having football, not taking in that SEC energy, favorite way to spend a Saturday, get up, spend time in the Word. I like to take a walk around campus, possibly go to the river walk, and literally just take this Saturday in the peaceful time. Sometimes life is so go, 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 but shoot, Saturday night I'll be with my cats watching Netflix.
Awesome. So what is your current obsession?
Current obsession would definitely be hockey. Actually, I did not think football's been my go-to sport from day one, and then Team USA men's won the Olympics in February. A clip caught my eye, and now I know way too much about the sport of hockey for somebody that lives in Alabama, where the nearest rink's an hour away.
Yep. Okay, so what is one thing you're looking forward to for this year?
This year I'm looking forward to growing in my faith, but also growing as a professional. It's my first year as an academic advisor, and I'm looking forward to being on the other side of the coin, you know, being on the side of not a student, learning what the university is from a different perspective.
Yeah, like behind the scenes and stuff.
Yeah, behind the scenes, how we make it run, and I hope to meet some students that were like me, that I can encourage and guide on their academic journey.
Alright, we're going to go quick little get to know you. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Beach or mountains?
The mountains.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
Country or pop?
Country.
Stay in or go out?
Stay in.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Text or FaceTime?
Text.
Target or Amazon?
Target.
Cook at home or eat out?
Eat out.
Okay. Alright, we're going to go into our first segment. Since we are such great friends, what do you think makes a good friend?
I think a good friend is someone that is reliable.
Yeah.
They're going to do what they say they will do. Someone that can be honest. Like, I feel like I can sit with you and say anything. And sometimes in the name of having more friends, you can feel the pressure to change yourself. Not be who you really are, because what if they don't accept that version of me?
Yeah.
So somebody that can be flexible too, and realize that a true friendship, sometimes you might have to make sacrifices.
Yeah. Definitely, I feel like people value, you need to value quality over quantity, but people think that it's quantity over quality. Yeah.
Right.
And like, I mean, I'd rather have a small group of 5 friends than have a group of 20.
Yeah, I mean, when you realize that some of that big friend group is surface level friendships, are you really getting anything out of it except an Instagram photo?
Yeah. So like, how do you think friendships have changed from like when you were in elementary school and then middle school and then high school and then now college and post-grad?
I mean, so to start off with, a lot of those friendships were just because of you were in the same area, you know.
Proximity, yeah.
Proximity. And now those friendships develop into, I find a genuine connection with this person.
Yeah.
I feel, you know, like I can be myself. I'm comfortable around this person. And honestly, just doing life together, you know. Some people don't realize that it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. So when you get into high school and you start facing that tough ACT, or you face that last high school football game, to college when your friend wants to change your major and you're sitting on the couch at 2 a.m. talking about that boy that won't call you back. Or post-grad for me, telling you that I feel like I'm a failure because what if my degree was wrong? The friendship now is about, I can sit with this person through every season of life.
Yeah, the good, the bad,
the good,
ugly.
The bad, the ugly. And I know Tyler Perry said it best. Some people are just leaves on a tree. Wind blows, they're over here. You find them roots that'll stick with you, stick in the ground. When it starts raining, they're not going anywhere. That's what your friendships translate to.
I feel like friendships, either they're there for a reason or they're there for a season.
Yeah.
And like, back to the comparing, like I feel like elementary school, middle school, and even some of high school, like the only reason you're friends with people is because you are spending every day, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day with them, like whether you're in classes or whatever, like with the just proximity. But like once you get into college, like you're friends with people because of who they are.
Because of, I love that.
And like, I've had friendship breakups, and like those hurt way harder than real breakups. So if you say that's not it, then you're wrong. But like, it's definitely like, I thought I found my best friend, my ride or die. Like, thought we were gonna be each other's maid of honors, like each other's kids' aunts. Like, I thought we were gonna be with each other through everything. Mm-hmm. And turns out she was not who I thought she was. And like, I feel like after that I've found and really cherished friendships that are authentic and real, and don't just want you for your season tickets or for your clout or for your just to check a box. Like, they want to do life with you.
If I can be so honest, my TikTok year was the best year of my life. But because I was so honest, I really did want friendships. But a lot of the friendships I had were surface level, and there were ulterior motives that I didn't see, because I almost did want quantity over quality.
In hindsight, 2020.
It's always 2020.
I know.
So if I were to speak to that girl sitting there right now, I don't have that many friends, and I'm in my junior year of college. I'm supposed to find my wedding bridesmaids. Honey, if you've got that one friend you can call in the middle of the night, she's going to answer, and you know no matter what, she's there for you, because college can be full of those ulterior reasons. Even if it's just to get invite to that date party. I mean, it's strange, but baby, when you find them authentic, that's my ride or die. Also understand that the Lord will lead you to who you're supposed to be with. So for me, I was just wanting friends, and people saw that I was on TikTok and I had friends, but I started to trust God and realize that He had people for me, you know? Like, God is in the little details, like friendships. So learning that I just needed to be Jamie and let life rock out how it was supposed to be, that's everything.
Let go and let God.
Let go. Yeah.
Speaking on TikTok, you are a micro influencer with over 75,000 followers. So how did you get started? How did you blow up? How did you get 75 strong?
2 years ago. I was a senior at Alabama, and it was rush week, and I was having that FOMO. You know, Alabama is the top sorority recruitment in the country, and I was sitting there going, I couldn't afford it, but every girl I knew on campus at the time was at rush. So I sat down and I said, hey, I'm Jamie, and I couldn't be in a sorority, but I want somebody else to know, and almost preach to myself that I was seen and I was valued and I was enough. And when I look at that video now, I realize that I mentioned the community I really didn't think I had. I mentioned my athletic friends. I mentioned my church community. Y'all, you gotta start counting your blessings. I think sometimes the seasons of life, we just need to pause and look around. That video went viral overnight, and then I just started sharing my senior year journey, because people were coming out of the woodwork to tell me that their experience wasn't typical either. I mean, that's a whole conversation of, there is no perfect college experience. There is no perfect motherhood. There is no perfect anything. And sometimes the uniqueness of the journey is the blessing in disguise. The second time I went viral, it was a January night, the night before we started spring semester.
Of course it was.
And I felt like God had forgotten me. I felt like I was about to end my college career with still not the community that I wanted. I didn't even like my major. And let me tell you, as someone who was a believer, I thought I was doing it all right. I was going to church. I was praying. And I felt like He had forgotten me. And I was alone. And I had been the floater friend.
Oh, yeah.
Which I floated from this group to this group, but never felt like I was in a group.
You weren't ever in a group. You were always, you're friends with this group and this group and that group and that group, and you didn't have like your core people.
I wasn't even friends with some of those people. I thought I was.
Yeah.
I thought I was friends with them because I just wanted it that bad. And I sat there and I started to cry. Posted, and it blew up overnight again. And I mean, women in their 30s told me that they still feel like the floater friend.
Yeah.
But I see it as a gift. You know, I'm going to float across the ocean, and I'm going to be friends with every single person that I can, because people need to know they're not alone. And maybe it just means I know how to adapt.
Yeah.
And I just pray God uses, if He chooses to keep me in that floating season, I pray that He uses it for His glory.
Yeah.
But I've realized over TikTok, that was a great journey. I had a lot of ups and downs, but I realized that God was never withholding from me those difficult seasons, the positive seasons with the different friend groups. He was preparing me for better and for more. And when you think about more, the more you got in your head is nothing compared to what God has for you.
Yeah. So here's her video.
Hi, my name is Jamie. I'm a Bama senior, and I've never filmed a TikTok before, but I wanted to try. I've been watching the Bama Rush OOTDs, and I know so many Greek life girls and fraternity brothers, and I was just reflecting as I start my senior year. Unfortunately, I was not able to join Greek life because of financial obligations. I'm not the only one in that boat. I've just been kind of struggling the past few days with feeling like I'm missing out. I knew it wasn't worth trying this year because I'm a senior, and I know my time has probably come and gone, but unfortunately I've been struggling. Like, I feel like I'm not seen. I speak to girls on campus, I speak to guys. I know people that aren't in Greek life, and I think sometimes I've just struggled, like, feeling like I fit in. And this is my dream school, so I don't want it to come across like I don't love it here, because I do. I dreamed of going here growing up, so this is it for me. Unfortunately, I just kind of feel like I've lost my place a little bit. So I just wanted to speak to anyone out there, Alabama girl or not. You're seeing Rush, you're not a part of it, and you're just feeling like, am I going to find my place? I'm still working on that, but I want you to know that you are valid and you are seen. You don't have to have any followers. This is my first TikTok. I don't have any followers. I just want you to know that you're valid and you're seen and you are worthy of attention. You are worthy of taking up space. And I love you all so much. If my sorority girls see this, I love you. You are so beautiful and you're going to rock it. I just wanted to send this out and just get my feelings on the internet. That's a journey, isn't it? But I love all of you. Roll Tide.
Now we're going to go into how not going through Bama Rush was actually the best thing for us. So what was your expectations coming into college? Like, what was your idea of what college would be like for you?
I knew coming into it I couldn't afford a sorority, and I just thought, though, regardless, I'd be able to make that massive friend group, that I'd find the perfect major and just fall in love with it and go to all of these parties and live the dream. And in a way, I did live the dream, but y'all, I spent so much time mourning what I thought I would have that I almost missed the experience I did have.
Yeah.
So now when I sit back post-grad, I realize those were the best 4 years of my life, honestly.
Yeah. So, like, how did your idea compare to your reality?
So my reality was that I found those few friends here and there, but I always thought it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I would scroll social media and I would see the post with the big female friend groups and the hundreds of comments. And when I would post and get maybe 10 comments and 80 likes
or none, no comments,
nobody reposting it on their story, nobody posted me at midnight on my birthday, I thought I'd missed the boat. And I really wanted my college journey to be this perfect cookie cutter thing, but it wasn't. But I realized that God led me in that season for a reason. He led me to different groups to have different life experience. I got to enjoy the athletic side of things. Athletics at Alabama, you hear that all the time, but there's a place for everybody.
It's the standard.
It's the standard, and it's the fandom. And then also growing in my faith. Faith in college is something we have got to start talking about, because it will be the rock. When you hit rock bottom, that friend, you lost that boyfriend, you don't know what's going on in your life with your major, the one thing you can lean on is God has not forsaken you and He's never left your side. That'll keep you going, because, y'all, I had moments, I wanted to drop out of Alabama. I wanted to drop out of Alabama, my dream school, and go home. That's something I hate to admit now. Freshman me wasn't ready for that me.
Yeah. I know my idea was like, okay, I'm going to be in this sorority, even though, like, I couldn't afford it, but, like, I was like, somehow, some way, I'm going to get in a sorority. And so, okay, going in, I was a transfer student, so I did a semester of college within 2 semesters at a community college in Birmingham, and so I was coming in transfer, so I didn't stay in the dorms, and like, I was like, okay, gonna go in, and like, it's gonna be fun, and amazing, and it was, but, like, my biggest regret going into my senior year is not going through rush. Not because money comes and goes, but memories last forever.
Memories you created, you didn't need a sorority for
no,
those.
And so like I was saying, like, I wanted to be a part of a big sorority, and like, I wish I still did that, but like, I got into a Christian sorority in the spring of my freshman year, and thought everything was fine and dandy. And then the second I became an active member, it was like so cliquey. Like,
yeah,
there were groups, and there's like 400 girls in the sorority, 400, 500 girls in the sorority. Like, we had 50. We didn't have a house. We didn't have a big budget for date parties and swaps and all that stuff. Like, we had, compared to all our sororities, we were like teeny. And so I was there for about a year and kind of did the thing and just kind of like hoping, okay, it's gonna get better. And then eventually last year I was just like, or last semester I was like, I'm done. Like, I don't enjoy going to this. I don't enjoy going to chapter. I don't enjoy going to the date parties and the swaps, and I dread having to go to events because,
oh goodness.
And so I had thought about dropping multiple times, but I eventually went inactive for a semester, and then am now went early alum, which basically means I'm an alumni of my sorority. But like, I do wish that I went through recruitment because I did see all of my other friends, but also know that doesn't define my college experience.
Oh no. I mean, when you hear of the SEC experience, you think of the sororities. But, I mean, I think sometimes we all lose track of the fact that we came to college to get an education.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I want to be an academic advisor, because all of that stuff was so much on me mentally, my education slipped. And if it wasn't for my advisor guiding me, finding the major that was right for me, having those one-on-one conversations, giving me the correct balance of classes, I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
And if I can help the girl that I was, I'll have done my job, and that will be the biggest blessing.
Yeah. So we've talked about how faith has kind of been like our foundation. So like, how have your faith changed from when you were young and growing up to now?
So I was raised in the church, believer, all of my life. I grew up singing in church, and I grew up singing in a restaurant to random people. I could not sing. I will not sing. But I love Jesus. But my faith has evolved over time. And it's had a lot of hard conversations with God. Sometimes I've thought that He has forgotten me or abandoned me. I realize now that I'd grown lukewarm and let the circumstances I was going through in life shift me away. But throughout the last year of college, my faith was all I had. And now it's everything to me.
Yeah.
Having the faith to know that He is the author of my life, and it's not really my story to write. Nick Jonas and Brandon Lake wrote a song called The Author. Who am I to question the pen in the hands of the author?
Mm-hmm. I heard something that was like, our life is a canvas and we're the paintbrush and God is the painter.
Yeah.
Like, He controls our life and what is seen, what happens, but we just do the work.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, a lot of people have told me, Jamie, give yourself credit. Like, you did that. And I'm like, without God, I would be nothing. I'm very proud of myself for doing the work. But he does give us free will.
Oh, yeah. And, like, I like how one of our favorite people we've met, we'll talk about later, is a Christian first.
Yeah.
He's talked about how he wants to be known for a Christian before he's known for what he does. And, like, he's talked about it on the NFL draft stage. He talked about it in press conferences, at games, and podcasts he's done, interviews. I mean, like, and like, I love that a person of like influence and who knows all the world has eyes on him, like, gives glory to God for it.
I mean, let them see you through me. That was my journey on TikTok. It's like, Lord, let them see you through me. Let them see the imperfections in me and know that God sees those in them, and it does not disqualify them. I mean, we'll count ourselves out of something when God does not call the qualified. He qualifies who he calls. And he is such a perfect author. Sometimes the ending and the story that we have in mind, y'all, it will pale in comparison to what he has for us.
Oh, yeah. I think I have my whole life planned out. But God's like, you thought. You thought.
I mean, the disability I had growing up, I thought would be my biggest weakness. It's turned out to be my biggest blessing.
Yeah. And on that topic of kind of testimony, like, same with you. I grew up going to church. I grew up going to a Methodist church. But, like, as I got like middle school and high school, I kind of, like, dreaded going to church. I was like, I don't want to go to church, like, because it was not enjoyable. And, like, I believed in all that stuff. And then, I think the year after I graduated, I went through a really hard time. Just not stop believing, but stop believing, like, why am I staying in Birmingham when all of my friends are in Tuscaloosa or Auburn or wherever? Like, why am I having to stay and not move forward? But that also taught me how to do college. Like, and how to be an adult. And, like, since then, I feel like I've grown, like, tons. And, like, now, I mean, even to college, like, leaved, and I just went to join this thing called One College. It's the student ministry here. And the only reason that I went was Jesus, but also, like, our college pastor, his name is Joe Williams.
Shout out Joe and Maggie.
So he actually was like a youth leader at the Methodist church I went to growing up.
Wow, okay.
And so I followed him since then. He was in college. He was at Alabama. Running track. And do you know that? He ran track.
Now he does marathons. Joe.
So I followed him and from date and so I can propose to Maggie, and, like, because I knew people that he knew and was friends with. And I was like, okay, like, why not? Like, go see him, whatever. And I loved it. Because it was a church service, not for everyone. It's a church service kind of focused on college kids and 18 to 24-year-olds and what season of life we're in. And, like, I loved it, and I have been going ever since. I've missed some days for things, but, like,
One College saved my life.
Oh, yeah. And, like, I decided, I don't know if it was 2024. I had been baptized, but it wasn't my decision. Like, it was, like, I had to, but, like, just a thing to do. But, like, it was my decision. And even, like, between then and the past couple months, like, I've been lukewarm. Like, I've been like, I'll go to One just because it's fun. And I do need to start reading my Bible. It's just really hard. I do need to start going to church on Sunday. I do need to start praying and all this stuff. But like, ever since basically I went to Motion Conference, which is a conference for middle, high, college, and youth leaders in Birmingham, Alabama, at the end of July, and that basically I've been going for years, and this one really lit my fire, and so like I started going to church. I went to 21 Days of Prayer, which is our prayer service we have at 6 a.m. like listening to worship music, like kind of going more deeper and like wanting to actually do it. So I got baptized in October of 2024, and it was cool because Joe got to baptize me and he didn't know it. I didn't tell him I was getting baptized.
Aww.
So I stepped into that tank, and here's the video of it, and his reaction, and I love him.
Oh goodness. I think for me, it's crazy even being my 23-year-old self with the faith journey. You're going to have seasons that you need to relight the fire, and you're not a failure of a Christian for being like that.
The candle's out, but the wick's still there.
Yeah, the wick's still there. And one got me through a lot of hard seasons in my college journey.
Alright, now into a topic that I don't think we have much experience with, but we're going to speak on what we've learned. Dating and relationships.
Okay.
So, how many boyfriends have you had?
0.
Me too. And I kind of, not grew up, but like in middle school and high school, like people, I feel like they thought it was a joke. Like,
yeah.
Ask her out because she's the weird kid. Ask her out as a dare to be funny. Like, no one ever liked me. Like, all my friends. I mean, I have a friend who they have been dating. They dated in middle school, and they're still dating.
Yeah.
And like, I never had that. Even in high school, like I have a friend who started dating her boyfriend her freshman year of high school, and they've been dating ever since. Like,
yeah.
And I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm never gonna find that person. I'm never gonna find.
I am happy with the Jamie that I am, and the Jamie that God has created. But I don't know if that Jamie will ever be enough for some man to like me.
Yeah, no, that's how I feel that same way too. And I mean, I have faith in God. Follow His plans. Be patient. I know it's really hard, but like, just being molded, and not perfected, but molded and created. So then, when it is time for me to meet my future husband, we're both strong in our faith.
I mean, I've told God, I don't mind waiting, but if you could just give me the tracking number. Just like the tracking number, Lord. Just drop it in my spirit. And I mean, but it's cliche, but it's true. Maybe we shouldn't always chase the relationship. Instead, just focus on God and developing and maturing in ourselves. And when we do that, He will bring somebody alongside us. But that's hard. I mean, I'm 23. I'm in the season where a lot of my high school friends are getting engaged and married. A lot of my friends that graduated with me are getting married. I'm scrolling through Instagram and all it is engagement, proposal, wedding, pregnancy. And I'm sitting there, thank you, Jesus. Oh, congratulations. But y'all,
when my time,
I'm in the waiting season still. That can test your faith. Because you think you've done it all right, and God, I'm chasing after you. When's He gonna start chasing me? So
what is the biggest lesson or best lesson you've learned from relationships, whether it's from your friend relationships or just stepping back and seeing?
Don't ever compromise yourself in order to get the label of relationships. You are enough, and your morals and your values are important to you, and you can't change them just to have somebody. Because I have been in several talking stages, and then I would share that I'm a Christian and my beliefs are important to me. A few hours later, asking for a picture, sexting. I mean, that's almost taboo to say.
Yeah, no.
But I've dealt with that. And I had to learn that even in today's society, I am not a weirdo. I am not a prude, because that's what's important to me.
Yeah.
And so you stick to who you are. The girl listening, stick to who you are, believer or not. What's important to you is enough. And a true man will respect your beliefs and your values, support you through that. And if they can't date you without wanting to touch you or have a picture of you, that's not sincerity to begin with.
Period. So what is a green flag in a relationship for you?
A green flag in like a relationship is that he actually wants to get to know me. He will listen, not just to talk next, but to understand what I'm saying. We can just sit and talk.
Yeah.
We don't even have to be going anywhere or doing anything.
Yeah.
And that he can be honest with me. I love a man that can be honest about his feelings. Because everything nowadays is surface level.
Oh, yeah. And for me, I think loving God and being a Christian, but also not hiding it, being vocal about it, talking about it. Like, being the one who is like, let's go to church.
Yeah.
Like, let me pray over you. Like,
Ooh. I'd cry.
Like, one of the most attractive things I've seen a man do is worship.
They don't realize how attractive it is.
I know! I'm sitting in church and a guy, like, I'm looking at him and I'm like, good Lord, you're so hot, but you're more attractive because you love the Lord. And that's like, love it.
Yeah.
Speaking of green flags, what's the biggest red flag?
I mean, the biggest red flag in a guy that I've experienced is I have clearly stated my boundaries, and he has been willing to overstep them every single time. Like,
Dad, that's not attractive at all.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're like, oh, it's okay, I won't judge you. Like, you don't even want to respect me.
Yeah. For me, I think it's, and yeah, they say that if a guy's mean to you or picking on you, he likes you. But, like, don't be mean. Like,
aggressiveness. They will get so aggressive.
And I'm like, no. Like, if you really want me and want to pursue me, don't be mean.
Yeah.
Like, common sense. But I guess most boys don't have that. So why do you think people rush relationships in today's day and age?
People rush relationships because that's just what they see. We have such a keeping up with the Joneses mentality. And people think, oh, I'll get the boyfriend and everything will fall into place. If you are not rooted in who you are, you know, especially in the age we are, you got to know who you are before who you can be with somebody else.
Yeah.
And so maybe they want that label or the Instagram picture. Keep up with them Joneses, but you don't know what's happening on the other side of that Joneses fence.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think that they want to rush life because they want to get to the next step, but like, breathe.
Yeah.
Live in the moment. That's what I've learned about college is like, don't rush it. Don't, because
it'll
be over in a snap and you're like, where did that go? Like, that's why I'm enjoying life single. I'm enjoying life as a college student because in less than a year, I'm gonna be a big girl. Like, it's also like, I have high standards.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lower them because I know that I deserve a man, not a boy.
Girls, high standards are not a weakness. I've been told throughout my life, well, you need to lower your standards. I mean, my weight and my looks have always been an insecurity. I have been told that I should feel lucky that a man even wants to speak with me. If I have to feel lucky to be spoken to, maybe I don't even want a relationship to begin with.
Yeah.
Because I will not sit around and lower my standards and lower what God has called me to just to have a man by my side.
So we went to the University of Alabama. I go to Alabama. She went to Alabama. So it's a pretty prestigious school. We have celebrities come and influencers. So I wanted to talk about who you've met, who's your favorite, who's your least favorite, what's your most interesting story, all that stuff.
Oh my goodness. So we talk so much about what we might have missed at Alabama, but let me tell you, Alabama's a special place. I'm so happy to be part of it. Any Alabama football girlie out there will tell you probably one of their crushes growing up was A.J. McCarron.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to meet A.J. before a football game. That was super cool. I have met the Sabins, the absolute angels that they are. Yes.
I wish.
The Sabins, the DeBoers are up there. I mean, they are who we needed. Thank you, Jesus, for leading them here.
And everyone who's talking crap about DeBoer,
don't be here in January when we got rings on our fingers.
period.
And then Sydney Thomas, I got to meet her. She's an influencer now. She was super kind, super genuine. And then I've met the entire Simpson family. So Ty now plays for the Los Angeles Rams. When we talk about faith journey, Julie Simpson, thank you.
I wish I was her.
Miss Julie, we love you so much. And then when we don't,
I just want to be friends with Julie.
Yeah.
I want to be friends with Emma. Like
Queen Emma.
So going on my 4th year being here, and I've met some pretty interesting people. You saw all of the people that she met, but I've been lucky enough to meet Savannah Chrisley from Chrisley Knows Best. Love their show. Love Todd. Like, Todd's my spirit animal. Like, I love Todd.
Yes.
And then actually I got to meet Grayson Chrisley, who actually attends Alabama.
Shout out Grayson.
And he actually went, not viral, but like some of his videos was with Chad.
Yeah,
Chad, advisor, yeah.
Chad's my guy. Chad, we love you.
And so got to meet Grayson at the Two Dimes grand opening, who I know the owner of. And so sweet, like, he didn't even look like Grayson, like, but like, seeing him grow up from the 4-year-old when he started Chrisley Knows Best to like he's now 20, like, sweet baby Gray. And actually it's kind of funny because my friends were roommates with his girlfriend. I went to high school with his girlfriend. Like, I have a friend who's friends with him. Like, knows where she lives, knows where he lives, like, and I've just been like, wow, like, how did I get this lucky? Also, I'm a hospitality management major, so that kind of goes along with sport management, which a lot of the football players and athletes are in, and so I've gotten to begin class with Nick Pringle, who played basketball. He played at Alabama, South Carolina, and Arkansas. Got to meet Tyler Booker. Actually got to throw water balloons at him.
T-Book.
I know. And I was like, I don't want to hurt him. Like, he's precious. I've met. Who else have I met? My freshman year in HSM 175, which is Introduction to Hospitality Management, I was in class with the one, the only, Caden Proctor. Big, huge dude sitting in a lecture hall about hospitality. He was funny. He was quiet, but he was funny. And then a couple semesters ago, I had a class with Jalen Mabakwe, and caught him sleeping in class one day. And I was like, I said, get the door on his ass. Yeah. And then actually, my freshman year, coming out of that same building, I saw Ty Simpson, and I was like, but this was when he was a backup quarterback.
See, like, that's how I started to know the Simpsons. I knew them when he was just a backup, but the kindness, the Jesus glow that you have was on that family to begin with. I saw them outside of a game, and we clicked ever since.
Oh yeah, and like I was like, so I followed him since he committed. So I've been like rooting for him, like going on Instagram, on Snapchat, like big fan of number 15. Like when everyone else was focused on Bryce and Jalen, I was
just buying you time.
And thankfully, I was lucky enough to meet him in April, I think, for the Morgan Wallen concert here. My baby. I was so emotional. I was like, I get to meet him. Like, he's the kind of man you'd want to marry. So I've also become friends with this girl named Chloe Holiday. I don't know if y'all know who that is. Miss Chloe Holiday Hubbard. So weird to think about that. But I met her and we become friends and been cheering her on. When people were like, she's never going to be an NFL major, I was like, tell Chloe Holiday no, see what happens.
Yeah.
I've also got to meet Bama Morgan, who she was big on TikTok for Bama Rush, and I actually became really good friends with her. And now she's in Orlando. These aren't Alabama people, but I've met Graham Barham. This picture cracked me up with him. After one of the concerts, I met Jackson Chase, who's a local artist. And then I've met Kid G. Met him at a concert here, and I mean, called me out in the middle of the entire concert, made me cry.
Read the letter, and in that letter she told me that I'm the reason she kept going, and I don't quite understand it. The only thing I gotta say is y'all are the reason I keep going. So I guess I just saw a reflection of myself tonight whenever I wrote that letter.
He was wearing my bracelet I made him. He had the letter I wrote him in his back pocket the entire time. Like, he's my boy, even though he needs to shape up. But so I just think it's really cool that we've met these NFL athletes.
Yeah.
And these,
I think when I think about that, I'm not gonna cry. Jeremy Bernard, I got to meet him and becomes friends with him.
oh yeah, I remember that.
And he threw the audience of one worship night at Bryant Denny.
Best.
Like, Jeremy, if you're watching this, I hope I clipped this. Thank you for the faith you used to lead. It started off the field before it ever went on the field. And the person they saw kneeling in the end zone was the person I saw kneeling at church that I knew I could text if I needed somebody to pray with me. The one that I saw at church hugging others, encouraging others. The platform that God has given you now with the Steelers. Honey, God is going to work in such a powerful way. I'm so thankful I got to meet you, and I'm always going to be cheering you on. So yeah, you're definitely one of my top athletes.
I just remembered, I also, after I was talking to one of my friends this past semester I was like, yeah, I have Jalen Buckley in my class. In walks Jalen and Ryan Williams.
Yeah.
So Ryan walks in, and I go, what's up, Ryan? And he high-fived me, and I was like, what? I was like,
yeah.
Ryan Williams.
The Hollywood everybody talks about is the Ryan that I know that was sweet
Hollywood
to me.
Williams.
Sweet to me when I was working the dorm desk. And, you know, through social media, I've gotten to know his beautiful wife, Alexis. I am just so proud of that kid. Y'all, you may not get
the 17-year-old
I know.
minor that everyone was talking about.
Oh my God, the 17-year-old.
We get it. He's 17.
We know he's 17. Let's focus on something else.
Okay.
I'm telling you, y'all, Bama changed my life. Thank you, Jesus.
All right, so we're coming to a close, but I did want to do one of my favorite segments called High Low Buffalo with you. So what has been a high of your college career?
The high of my college career was definitely when I went viral for the second time, and then finally felt like, Jamie, this has been your place all along. I think Jesus used that in a powerful way. It was not about the views. It was about him opening my eyes. That second time, I got to be on some radio stations. I got to be on the news, and I realized that I was in the season God had been preparing for me all along.
Yeah. What's been a low of your college career?
The low of my college career was definitely feeling completely out of place. I did not like the major I had. I couldn't see myself going into a career with it. And I thought I would drop out of my dream school. You don't think of that when you're going to college. I thought I was completely out of place here, that I'd made the biggest mistake of my life. I wanted to drop out and go home, and I felt like a complete failure.
Yeah. I know that sucks. So, a buffalo, or something unique, weird, unexpected of your college career?
It was so unexpected, the community I would find within Alabama football. I found this show called Hey Coach, which at the time happened on Wednesday nights when Nick Saban was here. And I found the most incredible fan community that believed in each other and believed in this university. And it wasn't just about the trophies. And I was able to meet the Sabans there. Continued the tradition with the DeBoers now. It's a place that I call those folks my family. And I am so blessed. Nicole DeBoer, she's believed in me from day one. As a person, a professional. She knows I'm going to ride for her. I'm telling y'all, when we got rings on our fingers in January, don't say nothing.
Because everybody else is talking crap. Caleb DeBoer sucks. He needs to leave. And I'm like, do y'all not remember? Saban lost 7 times in 2 years.
The first season was rough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, there's a gym there. God's going to use them in a powerful way.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, the past year of football, all the spiritual wins we saw, the record was fine with me.
Yeah. No, speaking about that audience of one thing that Jeremy did, I loved it. Because it was worship and it was fun and in the stadium, whatever. But it was also cool to see these influencers, that may not call them influencers, but people who are of influence, whether they like it or not, speak about God in a society where it's so looked down upon to be a Christian and to love God, and like it's kind of odd to love God now, and it shouldn't be.
I mean, audience of one. Think about the title. The people that played in a stadium for an audience of thousands took that one night on the stage he gave them to turn it all back to Him and say, Lord, you are our audience of one. This is our worship. This is ourselves laid on the altar. Yeah. Jeremy and Ty, I have chills just thinking about it. Y'all, we got to run it back. I don't care if we got to do it by ourselves.
I got emotional doing that. I was like, when Ty said, I want to be known as a Christian first and a football player, I was like, Ty!
Here's the clip of that.
I know, right here.
And made me understand that God wanted me to understand that I'm a Christian first before I'm a football player. And that's what I want everybody up here, that's how we want to be perceived. No matter what happens, like, God dies for me, and I know that I'm going to make the best out of it, whether it's we lose to Florida State or we barely win to South Carolina. Thank you guys so much. Praise the Lord. God bless.
But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this very long episode. Did you like this long episode? Or do you like the 20-minute episodes better? Also, what do y'all think of Jamie? Should she be a permanent addition? Should she be part of the Girl Talk cast? What do you think? Comment down below. And I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.